Chat, what's up? YouTube viewership, what's up, man? This is the Needed Podcast, episode 27. Just finished a whole half of the year on the podcast. I am in Columbus today. I'm at my man Kent's house. He is here with me. Kent, what's up? How you feeling? How you feeling about the Madden Bowl?
I'm feeling good. Madden Bowl, I guess we're going to get into it tonight.
Yes.
I'll be sharing my take on that. Can't be giving it away quite yet, but we'll get into it.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Now, I told Kent to watch the Last Chance games. I said, listen, we're going to do the podcast. And I told him about this podcast. How long ago did I tell you about this Tuesday podcast?
I mean, I'm going to give it a couple weeks.
A good couple weeks. I mean, I told him, watch Last Chance. It's some good games popping off. He said he watched 20 minutes of the first game. But that's okay. Because I will break down all the things I saw in those games. I thought both of those games were fantastic. I hope you guys watched them, and they really were some decent Madden. And really some things that we can talk about and really break down. I want to get really nerdy on a couple things, man. And I hope you guys are with me and nobody gets too lost on, all the things I talk about. But those were definitely the games that finished the Madden Bowl, finished the 16 that are in the Madden Bowl, that made it to... I don't even know if you can call this the biggest tournament of the year, because... wouldn't the biggest tournament of the year give out the most money, right?
Correct.
And the Madden Club Championship gave up $500,000. This tournament's just giving out $200,000. So, could it be the hardest one to win, this one, or would it rather be the Club Championship? And when you're ranking the majors, obviously money involved. This isn't close to the Club Championship, but is this the hardest tournament to win? I really would probably have to go back to the Club Championship. For me, I'm not sure, though, but...
Well, what's different about the Club Championship in this one? From a gameplay standpoint.
I don't know. I just feel like it was more people in there. I feel like everybody was playing the same mode, where you see people in here, you see Lil Man and Skimbo are just here because of regs. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't necessarily grind up from that mode.
Okay.
And you see VY is in here, Bugs is in here. They're simply there just because of draft champions. Where the Club Championship was... strictly salary cap. Okay. You had to win your club, then win through that 32-man gauntlet of your division, your conference, everything. So that's pretty much why I would think that ultimately the Club Championship was the biggest tournament of the year. And you can't really deny that, because it had half of the money they gave away all year was in that one tournament. So that was definitely the half of the winning, so it has to be the biggest tournament. But like I said, we had two great games this weekend. I watched them driving home. I was in Chicago. I was driving home. While I was driving, I was watching these games. So I was driving, but you chose to watch the Fortnite Championships over the Madden?
I did. Bigger draw, more money given away.
So how did the
Bigger
Fortnite
names.
Championships?
I was a little disappointed with Ninja's performance. He did not qualify.
Was he good? Did he do good, though? Like,
he did well. He did well. I think his partner...
who's his part? You have a partner in this? It was
Reverse. I think it's Reverse 2K or some shit. Definitely carried Ninja quite a bit.
So he was good.
That was surprising to see. I think Reverse 2K, had Ninja played at his level, I think they'd have done a lot better.
Okay. So, yep. But ultimately, it was just, you saw it was just like Madden, where once the big players won, they kind of complained and made excuses.
Yep. Made excuses about queue time. Saw a lot of comments, tweets from Ninja on that one. Definitely let them know how I felt about that.
Oh yeah, you were under the Twitter.
I'd let them know. Commenting? Everybody was dealing with the same queue times, so maybe they managed that a little bit better than what he did. So ultimately, it falls on him. He didn't play very well, or not up to his standard, I should say. Okay,
well, this is a Madden podcast, but I'm glad you watched the Fortnite so you can put in perspective that all gamers complain. There's problems with everything. Every tournament process has flaws, but the Last Chance tournament was pretty damn cool. Gave everybody a last chance to get in, and we came down to the last two games, pretty much. One from PlayStation, one from Xbox. And the first game I want to talk about is my man, Something Serious, versus Free the Penguins. This is the first game. Where are we at right now? We're in the second quarter of the game. It's really not important where the game is, but this was just a 5-2 against spread defense, and it was 5-2 against bunch, and Penguins, to me, is just a guy that runs what's good, finds what's good, and pretty much tries to make it work. Is a good gamer, smart enough to continue and put the work in to get good, and he just ran bunch, a little bit of route chemistries, and obviously ran the 3-3-5 that his boys Jay Wall and Fancy and whatchamacallit, and D. Croft. Not that you know that any of those guys are, but they are a young group of man players that are really coming up and have
I've heard of D. Croft. Was he in a tournament? He was in a tournament recently or something.
Oh, well, D. Croft been doing good in the Friday Night Football that Mudhead's been putting on.
No, that's not where I know him from.
But D. Croft is the one that bops everybody with his stick work and stop and goes.
Oh,
everybody.
Yeah,
that's
D.
Croft.
Okay, yep.
Okay, so like I said, that's kind of who Free the Penguins plays with, So he runs defense like them, and ultimately, Something Serious pretty much did whatever he wanted. I thought Something Serious was really impressive, both on offense, man. It's definitely, you don't see, this isn't bunch, it's not trips tight end, it's spread, so you don't really get too many reps. I mean, that's just a laser to the outside there. You don't get too many reps against this offense, man. He's one of the few people that run it. Ultimately, this offense is limited because it cannot max protect. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty much why it does have its drawback, but he does it very well. And the one thing that I will tell you that I noticed from him compared to damn near everybody else I see salary cap, he has this Eddie George. I don't know what cap this Eddie George is, but everybody else has a shitty Joe Mixon, like a 27 cap Joe Mixon, and they've been running with him. And this guy, Something Serious, said, I'm going to put Eddie George in my backfield. He doesn't need to, I don't think he has any route chems. He still has Deion Sanders and Andre Roberts. Those are like 50 cap and 60 cap wide receivers, very low compared to most people, and his laser right there. So he doesn't really, I would love to see him get out of bounds there so he didn't have to burn a timeout. But it's definitely a different offense compared to playing against bunch and playing against trips tight end. And so if you haven't got a lot of reps against it, it's going to give you a lot of trouble. Mm-hmm. And honestly, from what I saw, I didn't think Free the Penguins played pretty, I thought played very well. That's Something Serious. He definitely, and down here, this is a tough situation because right now you got 16 seconds. You have no timeouts. You can't really run the ball. And that's why the play before, I would have loved him get out of bounds, but he was just trying to spin to make sure he kept his feet in bounds and get that catch. So if he still had another timeout, he could run the ball with his Eddie George. And really, he could run the ball right here, and then if he doesn't get it, come out and get his field goal. And ultimately, that's what happens, as I remember. Because, me, I was prepared, so I watched this game about 3 times, But he does do the move right here where he comes out and gets his field goal off. So, like I said, Something Serious pretty much went down the field. If you guys watch this, he really went down the field, scored pretty much every possession, and definitely kind of did what he wanted against Free the Penguins, man. And being up in a Madden game is a big deal. And we'll see. And one thing I said about Something Serious is that when he got the ball in the second half, and we'll go to this. This is after, like you said, Penguins gets this bomb touchdown somewhere around here. There we go, my man. Shout out to Compton for putting these games up fast, man. I criticized him earlier in the season that he didn't have the games up on time, and I had to go back to the EA stream. But Compton did get these games up in prompt fashion, so I can go ahead and watch these games. But what I was going to say. So Free the Penguins definitely pops, because against this 5-2, you want to block it and try to get a big play.
I think it's coming up right here.
Yeah. So you see the route chems. We got a post. Just curl flat. This is just the nation. This is just curl flat. Put a post. Maybe he puts this guy on a drag. I don't know what he does, but Something Serious sending 7 at him. Rolls out. There it is. Deep bomb over there. I believe Who Jones. Touchdown. Tight game now. Now, if you get the ball, you're up 3 points. It's really not in milk territory right now, right? It's like middle of the third. You got a lot of game, like 8 minutes left. But if you score a touchdown now, now you're game.
Yeah,
pretty much. So pretty much when Something Serious gets this ball here, you know that you're going to get, if you get a touchdown, the game's over. But as this drive unfolds, I think the vibe of the drive changes. Because if you'll see what happens is 3 minutes left in the third quarter. I don't think anybody's thinking he can milk the whole game out of here. But because he has this Eddie George running back, he has Lamar Jackson at quarterback, and he's up by 3 points. When you're down by 3 points and you have to play defense, it's so much harder to play defense.
And I still think Penguins still playing the, bend but don't break, right? So,
yeah, for sure.
So Something Serious isn't in no hurry, and I think Free the Penguins isn't in a hurry to force anything either. So combination of the two results in what we see.
Yeah, because if you're Penguins, you can still hold them to 3 points and win this football game, really.
Right.
And you see, he's just running the ball, getting
and I just came off an easy tutty. He sent him 5-2 at me.
Yeah. You were feeling good. So, like I said, the drive doesn't start as a milk drive. And he's already ran twice with the quarterback, ran with Eddie George, another 3rd and short. he pretty much has him back on his heels this whole drive, this whole game pretty much. Because it's not really like he expects what's going on the inside zone. He's not busting crazy runs, but it's taking time off the clock. And I think he's actually going to get under 2 minutes before he gets to the 50-yard line. See, look, just amateur hour here at the Needed Podcast today. Another just baby dot. And if you're listening to this, man, you guys should check this out on YouTube and you can actually see what's going on. But like I said, he gets the ball back with 3 minutes left. And every play is a completion. You see no incompleted passes. A rush with the quarterback, runs with Eddie George. Another dot that he held on to. Huge catch by Randy Moss in front of Ron Parker, a 20 cap. So that was a huge catch for him. Keeps the clock moving. Now, as a man player, if I'm really locked in, which he's going to need to be really locked in to win this whole Madden Bowl, you start thinking, damn, I can almost get out of third quarter now, right?
Yep.
So you have this next play, 1st and 10. The way he's been playing and the way is pretty much a guaranteed run, right?
Guaranteed run.
Guaranteed run.
I'm guaranteeing run.
And because you can do this, okay, guaranteed run, 30-second play clock, 2 runs and you're out of the third quarter, right? That's it. Boom, he gets cracked right there, though. So that's when you get cracked like that, you say, then you take a deep breath like, damn, okay, I survived that. But now you're going to milk this down under 30 seconds. That way, the next play, you're going to the third quarter. If you get a completion or you get a run. No matter what. Yep. You know, you're doing whatever you want. And you watch this when I said he made mistakes. Look where he snapped the ball. 38 seconds with 17 seconds on the play clock. Throws the ball here, complete. Bang. Great dot. He's 10 for 11. He's doing whatever he wanted. But we could be in the fourth quarter. Right?
Yep.
We could be in the fourth quarter and make Free the Penguins panic even more.
And I know you were tweeting back and forth with Skimbo on this. This was something, along with what you were tweeting to Skimbo, that I observed myself too. Yeah. There's instances like that. There's instances in which he's snapping with random times on the play clock or run it all the way down. And like
For sure.
Snaps it at 7 or 6. Like, just keep draining that clock just a little bit more. So there's definitely some opportunities that he has to kind of clean up. He did play very well.
Yeah, so
damn near flawless.
He played fabulous. He was by far. I mean, I don't want to say. I mean, he was a better player. I mean, he got a fumble the first drive, but Penguins didn't really do anything to stop him at all. He did whatever he wanted pretty much offensively. And the one thing I just noticed now is I think he's flipping his offense as soon as he comes out of the huddle. And that's helping him run because you see Penguins is on auto flip. As we see another run, this should be at under 4 minutes now if he would have played the clock the right way.
Yep.
But Penguins is on auto flip, and he's coming out and and some series is flipping right away. So that keeps that extra defender away from the run pretty much when he's running to the left. As you see, he flipped it again. But it's just little stuff. Even now, and that's why I say the tempo of the drive changed. When it was 3 minutes, yeah. I mean, I don't get petty over stuff like that, but yeah, you're right. But the tempo of the drive changed from when he first got the ball to when he got, into the fourth quarter. And this is why I say you could be sitting at 3 minutes right now, or like a whole minute difference. You know what I mean? That's definitely a different vibe, and it's definitely something he got work on, man. And that's it. On the first snap of the drive, I wouldn't even be paying attention to the clock at all. But once I got past it, I got to this situation, yes, I'm definitely milking. And there's another huge mistake.
7 seconds.
7 seconds. I mean, I would be around 3 or 2. Something like that for sure. Definitely now. Because even if you forced to kick a field goal, which would suck, it would help you if you only had 2 minutes left. And you know what I mean? Less time.
So I guess I'm looking at it like this. One could argue, hey, I want to be able to give myself enough time to where if I settle for 3 and he gets 7, then I have some time left, right?
Oh, for sure.
Flip side of that is I would rather have milked it all the way down, got into his timeouts, take 3. I feel good about being up 6 with him starting to drive with no timeouts versus being up 6 with multiple timeouts and plenty of clock left.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely. You see, and like there, he got another snap. And this is the one that really, it's a couple things that pissed me off. Because one, we should already be close to the 2 minute warning, honestly. And if you get past the 2 minute warning, that's going to get into his timeouts.
Yeah, we should be at the 2 minute warning.
Yeah, and then you got 1st and goal. This should be a 1 second, not 5.
Yep.
Eddie George. So this is pretty much the best case scenario, really. What happens here is the best case scenario for him at the end of the day. It could have been a lot better, and the game could have been really over. I mean, if you score a touchdown with 2 minutes left. But you'll see here, this is one that needs to get snapped at 30 seconds. Like, needs to get snapped at 1, because you don't really have a chance to take it to the 2, but you could if you get an animation where you get hung up or something along that nature. So this really needs to be snapped at half a second. You know, and he takes it all the way down as far as he can. Boom. And because of the last play and the play before, he can't take it to the 2-minute warning.
Yep.
You know, and this is where if I'm Penguins, my run defense was just amazing, right? So he's going to come out. Now I'm thinking, man, he might do some dumbass high pass or something along that nature. But I'm damn sure not just going to concede and come out in nickel normal against this, right? I mean, where's he going to throw the ball? He's got 10 caps. He runs the ball, bang, right into the end zone against the nickel normal. And this is just, I don't know how smart you have to be because he didn't do it. And this guy, some serious, pretty much squib kicked every single time. He squib kicked every time just because he didn't want anything to do with a kick return. So I'm not mad about. I mean, it happens. And he definitely hold people to the 3-point or to the 35, something like that. But now I'm pausing the game. Look at the time on the clock, right?
Yeah. You
need to remove this 2-minute warning. Because if he gets the ball and there's 2:01 left, he can throw a drag, spin move, get 10 yards, get tackled, the clock stop. Free play, hit a post for 20 yards, stay in bounds, try to make somebody miss. Whereas if he throws that when the clock's running, he's going to waste 20 seconds. And so if any time in the world there is to squib kick the ball, it's right now. Because the squib kick will take rid of the timeout.
If you're up 6, are you squibbing or kicking it deep?
Well, if I'm up 6, if I can guarantee out the end zone, I pretty much will always kick it out the end zone. You know, I'm damn sure squibbing it if I'm up 10 points. I'm
squibbing all day here, yep.
1,000%, man, because that's extra timeout is just another. Hopefully I sack him. Hopefully he throws a drag. Hopefully he throws a flat route and I tackle him before he gets out of bounds and the clock runs. Now he can do all that willy-nilly pretty much. So these were just the little clock shit. Like, I mean, he outplayed the hell out the kid and deserves his spot. And he's going to be a tough out because he's played this mode so much and he's pretty much the hottest player going into this. You know, so for me, it's not like, damn, it's that big a negative. It's just something you got to look at to clean up if you're going to move on and really dominate in the next stage when he gets to these groups that he's playing and hopefully single elimination and so on and so forth, man. But, yeah, after that, you're pretty much cooked at that point, you know. And it didn't really hurt him that much because this guy does just run out and throw the ball away. And this is where, once you get somebody max protecting because of 5'2", he's just running regular-ass defense and pretty much slowing him down. Yeah. So, but that was the end of the game. He wound up stopping him. Wound up winning this game pretty much on the strength of Eddie George and his offense. Pretty much won this game. Now, this is another thing. This is just super petty, though. You're up 10 points, so it's not... This is what he does. He gets the 3rd down, I believe, and he passes. Yeah. 3rd and 8. Now, the play he throws is wide open. Would you pass here? I would just run and punt the ball.
Yeah, I'm running and punting.
But he does cook up a dot. The dude's wide open. High balls it, overthrow. Now, it might change if he's up 7. Does he call that same play? If he's up 3, does he call that same play?
No. I don't know. If you're up 3, I think you're airing it out.
Up 3, you got air out. But honestly, right now, and I would punt right here, too. I wouldn't give him the ball at midfield. No chance. But I believe he does dot his face off with something. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, he motions over to... This is one thing that... If I'm down 10, 4th, and 8, he rushes 2 people, I think. There's no way that's my defensive call with 2 people rushing. You know what I mean? Like, I've always been, if I get to a situation like that, I'm going to bring the house. But just little clock things, I think he could definitely help and clean up just little clock issues. You know, that really every player has. Go back and watch games that I played and be like, damn, I was just dumb as shit. Like, it was just definitely bad mistakes by me. I could have been better on the clock and so on and so forth. Sirius was in the Arizona Cardinals playbook. Probably the only person that's running Arizona in this whole tournament. Definitely different than everybody else. And we'll see if somebody has the answer for his offense and really slowed down. He's perfectly fine with 1, running with the quarterback if it's there. He's been very good at that. And 2, throwing something under 5 yards, taking it and being cool. Let's go to the next play. And running the ball with a running back that, you know, not a lot of people have a running back of that quality. So it's definitely paid off for him in that game. We'll see if he can continue. We'll have our predictions next. But first, I want to get to this Safa. Safa versus 6 Cents. This was, without a doubt, was pretty much the game of the day. Was definitely the game, probably the most entertaining game. I hope all you guys watch this game, man. If you're listening to the podcast, man, make sure you check this out on YouTube. My man Compton187 has the full game on YouTube if you want to watch it. but it definitely was a game where it showed you that taking 3 points sucks, but it can definitely, if you keep kicking 3, you're going to keep yourself in the game. And that's what Madden is about. When you're losing, you got to keep
Stay
yourself
alive.
in the game.
Yep.
And that's what 6th Sense really did, was keep himself in the game. And even here at the 3rd and 8, when you're 3rd and 8 this close to the end zone, it's tough to cook up a dot. So the one thing about Safa, obviously plays with Ghost and Joke and all the EMB guys. Safa, his whole, between last year and this year, he's very robotic. And when I say robotic, what I mean is if he's running this defense, I have to run this play. If he's running this offense, I have to run this defense. That's pretty much what it'd be. This is what we labbed up. This is the play to run. This is the play to call. This is the read to make. There's not a lot of freestyle in his game. There's not a lot of adjusting on the fly to his game. And I'll get to that in the second quarter, the second half, with a couple drives that he put together that pretty much were the reason 6th Sense went on to win the game. And definitely a couple mistakes Safa made, a couple bad play calls that he made that really are uncharacteristic of somebody that's as prepared as Safa was. And if you watch this game, I don't think he had incompletion in the first half. He pretty much did what he wanted. 6th Sense is another guy, pretty much bunch, route chems, 3-3-5 normal, basic meta stuff. Nothing special, nothing fancy, nothing really that surprised anybody for the most part. But, like I said, Safa goes right down the field. Pretty much, I want to get to a point where you see what his completion percentage is. And after watching this game twice or 3 times, I realized Safa has 3 plays he pretty much rotates. Like, he just rotates 3 plays. It's a deep corner route to the outside with a post, a sharp corner route to the outside with a post back across the middle. Different guys run the post on the different plays, and then there's a play with a hitch, a post, and a running back wheel route. He rotates these 3 plays the whole game. And here's the play with the running back wheel route. And, well, he got to flip it again because he put him on that crosser. He'll flip it back. So he'll have a hitch, 2 flat routes to spread out the zones, running back wheel route, and a post route. You see? And he just highball the post. And 6th Sense almost picked those off. But like I said, he pretty much just rotates these 3 plays, man. And that's pretty much the entire offense. I don't know if this is what Ghost is going to run. I don't know. I think Ghost has a little bit more freestyle to him, but these are definitely the 3 plays that I caught on to pretty much going into the second half, and it showed that 6th Sense really caught on to these 3 plays. And that's what makes a great player, is being able to notice that in the middle of the game. And we'll see what he calls here on 3rd and 2. Which one's he going to? Yep. Deep post. This, I believe, is just curl flat or something like it. And then post. And they'll switch. Bang. And he killed him with these 3 plays. The whole first half. We'll say 7 for 8. So on and so forth. And he goes down here. He gets 14 points. 14-3. Which sucks as a Madden player. It will come down here, and 6th Sense actually gets to a point where he's forced to kick another field goal. Which sucks, especially when the guy you're playing is going perfect. Mm-hmm. He's pretty much 12 for 12, scoring touchdowns with ease, especially kicking a field goal here. He actually gets the block and missed it, which happens to everybody because it doesn't happen often that you actually get the block. So nobody's really good at timing that perfectly. So that's, looking back at it, that's a huge play. Blocking that field goal pretty much put him in the dirt is over. But and I believe South actually goes down here and gets 3 points. So the only thing that stops South, I believe, here is just the time on the clock. Yeah. So he'll go down here and kick another field goal. 17-6. I'm sitting at home thinking this kid really just, he not ready for this bunch. He not ready for any of this. He's going to lose this game. South is looking really good, really strong. But this is where, what happens here? So 6th Sense, I believe, goes down, kicks another field goal. He's down here. First and goal.
God.
You don't like fullback dive?
Not from that far out.
It's first down. If he gets 1, what's the other call? There's no calls down there.
I don't like it.
So you have. I was like, I think he actually gets in the end zone here. Oh, you like what he does. Goes a little pass, high ball out of goal line. See, to Randy Moss. See, gets a touchdown. Bang. So he goes from goal line, goes up pass out of goal line. Because if you're in goal line defense, you're just everybody's manned up. You're pretty much blitzing everybody. You're not worried about the pass at all. Bang. That worked out for him. He finally got in the end zone. Now it's a little bit of pressure back on Safa. That's pretty much what getting ball at half can do for you. Turn around. 1 to halftime stop Safa from scoring a touchdown. He had to kick a field goal because of the time. Now we're into, he got the ball out of half, scored a touchdown, perfect. Now this is the drive, I think, the one drive of the game. Obviously the last pass of the game, if you guys watched, was an interception. But this is the drive. I'll show you guys why. I know Safa wish he had this drive back. Because I will tell you this about 6 cents. He's pretty much the real basic defense. Real basic defense. I'll tell you the plays that he take back. Right here, listen, he's rotated 2 defenses the whole game. Just cover 2, blitz that guy, blitz this guy. It's just cover 2. Like I said, Safa has 3 plays he rotates. If he wants to be cover 2, he's going to have a deeper post or a deeper corner route with Julio Jones, reaching around the 45-yard line, maybe like a 15, 20-yard curl flat type post with the other or corner route with the other post coming back across the middle, hit the flat, so on and so forth. If it's cover 3, you want to go with the sharper corner route so this outside corner can't pick it off. If it's a deep corner route, this outside quarter will pick it off. Now, when I look at the plays that he called, because he, like I said, he played flawless the first half. He knows this is cover 2. 1,000% this is cover 2. And if you see, he's going with this sharp corner route here in the post here. From what he ran the first half, it was more deep corner route, curl flat type corner route to Julio Jones, deeper post to him. And I believe he's just going to take his flat to the tight end here. And he kind of baited it. But getting that sack, the first play, that was the first time this defense worked. Getting that sack changed. I feel like, I don't know if it made Safa play different. I don't know if he played, it got him shook. But after that one fluky sack, because he's been rushing the same pressure, and we all know 3-3-5, if you rush them 5 people, it's just fluky. Mm-hmm. It is. Like, sometimes they rush by people. Sometimes the tackles pass them off. It's just real fluky. So he definitely got the fluky sack, and now he's in dollar. Okay? What is he running in dollar? He's letting the linebacker move up to the line. What is he running in dollar? Do you know? Even your bum ass knows?
This is going to be... Hold on. This is that linebacker looping?
Yes.
Yes, right.
Because the linebacker steps up.
Yep.
Any person that plays dollar that's any bit of good will move this linebacker so he doesn't show him that. Unless you want to show your opponent that. Because Safa knows what's going on right here. Baseline press. This is defense I ran in the first week of Madden. The first whole month of Madden is all I ran. Baseline press, 2 quarters on the outside. And you're going to get the loop. Hopefully loop gets in. You're going to get great block sheds by these outside guys. But it's cover 3. So pretty much the deep blue right here is really not going to cover much, especially that sharp corner route. And Safa knows that it's not going to cover the sharp corner route. You can throw in front of that quarter's face all the time. I've learned this the hard way, that he's not going to cover that. But he'll cover the deep corner route, and you'll see the play that he runs on this 2nd and 16. Because after that sack, I feel like that sack changed. It's such a little thing, but I feel the sack changed the game a little bit. It changed. He does have this sharp corner route here, and I believe he has the post coming over here. So the read is pretty much the tight end or the sharp corner route. And he just didn't like it. I don't know why he didn't like it. He throws this here, kind of gets a bad animation of fallback, not get that many yards. He calls the right play right there. I guess he thought he might lurk it, and it threw off the timing a little bit, his lurk right there, why he didn't take that corner route. But that's, for me, against cover 3, that's the read. The slot guy, is he in the cloud flat or hard flat? I need to find a play that deep blue won't pick off. And he had it there, but I guess he didn't like it. 3rd and 6, he's right back in cover 2. Safa knows that. He's going to go to this cover 2 beater. The same play was one of the same, it's just rotating the same 3 plays pretty much. Bang. And this actually gets lurked on this one.
Ooh.
And the high ball doesn't let it get picked off.
Ooh.
Okay. So this one, I'll tell you, the sack, that 1 6-yard sack changes everything. Let's say he made a bad read there. Obviously, if he lurked that, he had the post still running,
He had the wheel and he had to cross her.
Yeah, he made a bad read. I'm telling you, that 1 sack. Now we get 4th down. Now
this is your comment about being robotic.
He is robotic, yes. This play call pissed me off, though. Because he's in dollar again, right? He's in dollar. He pinches the line. I call this the Drenny. Because Drenny is the only asshole in the world that still tries to run this defense, right? He pinches the line and sends 6. These two corners are coming, and it's DB fire all the way. You're not going. If you're going to be in crossfire, you're not going to pinch the line like that. And if you are, God bless. But for me, if I'm playing offense, 4th and 6, I love the defensive call. I'm going to listen. I just told you the last game. If I get to a 4th down like this in any live event, I will never go home thinking I didn't blitz enough. I'd rather go home and say, "Damn, I got dotted," than go home and say I didn't blitz enough. So any 4th down I get to, I am bringing as many people as possible to try to get the ball out. That's pretty much how, and that's what he does. But this is the Journey defense. It's the first time he's running it all game, pretty much. And for me, Safa has to know, damn, this has to be cover 2. And I talked about the difference in the corner routes, right? Mm-hmm. And he's going to go with the short corner route. I mean, I wish he would hold his play hard up. But he's going to go flat route. It's tough to throw that flat route for 6 yards. If this was 4th and 4, he might throw the flat route. 4th and 3, obviously. But he puts the corner route that's not going to be the cloud zone. With this defensive front, I would anticipate cloud zone over here. That's what I would anticipate. So I would have put the deeper corner route, the curl flat, the post, whatever the hell route Kim they got, the one that runs like the 50-yard line here and get over the cloud flat. But what happens is he runs the shitty short one that, we run against cover 3, and it allows him to get bagged pretty much because he runs right into the cloud flat.
It's there if the user doesn't take it away.
No, it's not. He runs right into the cloud flat.
But I understand that. If the user's not there, he can throw it hot.
Throw it like right here.
Yep. Bang.
Yeah, well, naturally, I just feel like if he had that one going up that way, he'd have had a little bit more to throw to.
But, the shorter corner route with that crosser, with the post, allows you to kind of sit in one spot as a user.
Well, that's bunch, kind of.
Yeah.
That's bunch. And it worked all game. I feel like that one sack just kind of got the momentum going for 6 cents. And really, Safa did not. Those were his probably, as much as he do the last pick, he do a pick to end the game. But those were probably his worst offensive snaps of the game. As well as he played in the first half, those 3 snaps and 3 play calls, the play calls weren't the worst. But I think that 4th down play call was the worst. But the other ones weren't bad. I just think he didn't execute as well as he was in the first half. But I felt like the whole game, he just had 6 cents doing this. Pretty much the whole game. Mm-hmm. Was just running around with the quarterback. Really nowhere to go. And you see what Mustafa did. And I'm assuming this is going to be Ghost's bunch defense too. But Ghost isn't necessarily a defensive player. So he could bounce around with a lot of things. But what Mustafa did was just 3-3 or nickel over G. And he would either man up this slot corner or he would blitz him. That was pretty much it. And he always flipped with the offense, which I know was annoying as hell, having to flip and redo all your adjustments. And that's pretty much what he did pretty much the whole game. Was that time he blitzed them. But as you see, there's really nowhere to go. And this was his whole offense. Like, he was just fighting. Like, it was nothing pretty, nothing good. If you watch this game, you would think it's two different class of players.
Yeah.
But one bad drive and 6 cents always fighting, always staying alive and going ahead and kicking these field goals to stay alive in the game gave him a chance. And if you come up with one good defensive possession like he did there with that turnover, that's definitely can be game changing. And what happens is he just kicks a field goal. That's all. I believe it's right here.
Safa's got him boxed up right now.
Oh, yeah, he's boxed the whole game.
There's nothing there. And so really, he just donated 3 points to him.
Yeah, he donated 3 points. Even by going for the 4th down.
That's what I'm saying.
And people just we're so quick to go for 4th downs, but sometimes you got to realize this kid can't move the ball. Mm-hmm. And even a couple passes he caught, a couple posts were really tough catches in traffic, and it definitely I want to say he'd been better off punting because you always kind of want to go for it, but it could have been an option really. But being up 4 points is hard to punt the ball really. But so he kicks another field goal. That's what 3 field goals already. Mm-hmm. It's definitely tough, but now you're definitely in the game. No matter what happens, he scores a touchdown, you're still alive. And I believe Safa actually goes down the field and gets, and this is a nice little tidbit, that he gets close to the end zone. Once again, that same play. This is a play, if you're playing Ghost, obviously Ghost is pretty much, a little man might run the same play, broken sack. I like the job of not throwing that high, just hitting him. So many people are throwing that high, but he hit him, now you get 3rd and 2. Now, this was a big play in the game, an underrated play in the game, was being able to stop this. If people run West Coast, they're going to run this near and far, whatever the hell it is, that halfback dive, fullback dive. It's probably the best quick handoff in the game, the best short yardage play in the game. But is it good enough for 3rd and 2? sometimes, especially if you get a good fall forward animation, I would assume you put your running back on aggressive right here. And he has Shannon Sharp there. That's why I talk about Joe Mixon and not having Daddy George type. And some serious, or not so serious. 6th Sense actually played, I mean, it's decent run defense for that, honestly. And because of kicking all them damn field goals, there's no way in hell Safa can go for this. Could you ever go for this?
No.
You have to make it a touchdown game.
Got to force him to put it in the end zone.
Especially against a player that's pretty much bagged up.
Yep.
You know, it's pretty much locked up. You know, so he's definitely going to make him score a touchdown, which is cool because, like we said, he's pretty much been super locked up. Where's he at now? He actually made it up to the 37. I don't think it was any real fluky plays with this drive. So you see every play he's just running around with the quarterback. This play was crazy, and you can't even really be mad at it if you're Safa. Just great defense here, man. I want to get nerdy. Cover 3. This guy believes in a hook curl. I believe you don't shade him, and you'll see this is Pat Sale. Just basic ass Madden skimbo shit from the week 1.
So what, he's gonna take the
balls. He's
balls.
going to match on it.
And then he's got this manned up.
Yes. So this is just, he's guarding it himself. Oh. You see, he got a spy. So this guy's matching on him. Like, this is a casket right now. Like, what can you do but roll out? And it was just Safa just panicked, you know? Because this guy really couldn't move the ball. Like, he was not good on offense, you know? If you have a spy, it's like no point in chasing him with your user. Really just got to guard that. Playmaker, I'm going to talk about a mobile quarterback and playmaker is just, as much as you wouldn't even know Safa had a mobile quarterback because he was out there cooking and throwing decent passes here and there. 6th Sense running for his life, playmaker, all this other stuff, definitely just staying alive. This game is a definition of somebody staying alive, man. He really did that. He bags him up again. Gets a sack here on 2nd and 10. Gets him to a 3rd and 18.
How does he lose this game?
He made a mistake, and I'll tell you how he made a mistake. 3rd and 19. Now, 6th Sense does something that they talked about on the broadcast. Was this is smart or not? You got to get half of this back. You can't cook up a 3rd and 19 play. But he snaps and throws a drag right away. 3rd and 19, snap, throw, drag. Got 6 yards. Wish he would have got 10, but he got like 6 or 7.
Probably just trying for a field goal again.
I mean, it's not out of realm possibilities to kick, but bang. So, and one thing about him, he took a long time with this 4th and 13. Because I'm thinking, damn, I'm probably not going to get this. I have to prepare for the fact I'm not going to get this 4th and 13. I still have my timeouts. So I'm going to hurry up and cook some shit up. But he took all day with this. And Safa, how many times I tell you, 4th down, I am going to bring everybody. And see, Safa's doing that. He comes out in cover 3. And this is, and Safa will tell you, man, this is the biggest mistake he made his whole Madden career. He doesn't man up Sean Taylor. It's just a cover 3. And a cover 3, if you run crossfire cover 3, if you run any cover 3, he'll press. If he puts him in a quarter, he'll just drop back right away and not press him, and you'll never burn a quarter. So what happens is he leaves him in this cover 3. I don't know if the flipping, I don't know what, I guarantee he didn't mean to leave him in this cover 3. But I don't know, he's not going to show his play art again. But I 1,000% love the play call. Just forgets to quarter this outside guy, man. If he quarters this out, and I hate this view on the biggest play of the game, we're just stuck in this shit. He keeps him in the 3rd, presses him, Tyreek Hill. You press Tyreek Hill, you lose the game. As simple as that. You know, and that's all it is, man. Like I said, if he puts him in the quarter, that's something I did from the beginning of the year in Crossfire because of the pressing, was putting outside guys in quarters. Even if you baseline press them, they don't really get burnt that bad. And that was a mistake that allowed him to go ahead and score a touchdown, pretty much.
I mean, this is basic. I mean, these are the type of games that you hate to lose because you're clearly the better player. You clearly have more knowledge in the game. The kid hung around. I mean, I don't even know if I mean, maybe I'm not giving 6th Sense enough credit there, seeing that it's press coverage with no safety over the top and making that a read. But did you see his other routes that he had on the field? That was his only route that he was giving himself on that play.
Oh, yeah, he definitely, it looked like, yeah.
The only route. How is that the only route you have on the field?
Well, he had to, because he didn't know what to call. It's 4th and 13. Like I said, I would have came out and snapped anything, thinking I'm not going to get it. I need the time for defense. Really, he definitely had 2 people in the same spot. I mean, as much as you want to clown 6th Sense, I mean, you can't be out there with a deep third ever, because you know it's goddamn April. You know a deep third is going to press. You know you have Sean Taylor out. It doesn't matter if you have Jesus out there. If he presses Tyreek Hill, it's a touchdown. It's a rack egg every time. You know what I'm saying? So as shitty as his offensive play was, the defense was even shittier. And now we talk about Safa playing surgical the whole game. Other than that one drive, he played a great game. You know, he's hitting his wheel route, hitting his flats, hitting his high point hitch. That kind of changes with 49 seconds. But with 3 timeouts, I feel like you can still dink and dunk a little bit. Mm-hmm. All you got to do is, I feel like everybody has Dan Bailey, so I feel like you have to get to the 30-yard line. So it just depends. But this is where it takes some nuts, it takes discipline, and it takes it takes patience to be able to throw these flat routes. And honestly, is it worth burning one of your timeouts for 6 yards? That's pretty much what you have to go down to. Because now he's back in crossfire, right? He's back in crossfire, you know, and I don't know if Safa necessarily runs a play right here for cover 3. And like I said, I would probably run this Andre Roberts up the seam on a fade, hopefully, especially with the time, a deep corner route, and then somebody coming back. But he went to the same type of play. Bang, we're going to go flat route. Same type of shit. But now it's late in the game. So 6th Sense isn't going to play hard flats and take away the flat to the tight end. Right. He's going to say, go ahead and throw that. You know, and this is where you can't try to throw something that's not open just because you don't have the time to throw this flat route. You know? So he forces that into quadruple coverage.
Come on.
Yeah.
We can't go out like that.
Yeah. So that's pretty much how the game ended. Bang. Now he gets the first down. I think the first play on the run.
Damn.
Yeah. It's definitely. I would have, like I said, I probably would have ran. If I'm a bunch player, I mean, like I said, I'm not a bunch player, OD, but I know Skimbo 1,000%. Skimbo come out here. He's definitely, if he's got 49 seconds right here.
I mean, the play was pretty boxed, though.
Yeah, well, listen. Skimbo's running a deep corner route here and a fade in this bitch right here. Backside drag, nothing cute, you know. Mm-hmm. Especially for the defense he's playing. This kid, 6th Sense, man, he all the heart in the world, a fighter. He didn't do shit complicated on defense. Not a damn thing complicated on defense. There was cover 2 or this cover 3. That's it. That was the whole defense. You know, so that definitely was obviously not the best play call. Like I said, he could throw here. He could definitely throw that drag and get 12 and call timeout, force the pass, and this goes back to giving up that touchdown, man. You give up that touchdown, you're like demoralized, you know. So and then Nation does not as patience, man. Really, but damn, definitely just putting that third out there really killed him that game, and was the reason why he lost pretty much. But that just shows you, man, you can keep kicking field goals as long as you can stay alive.
Yep.
When you're losing a game, you just want to stay alive and make the game as long as possible. And when you're winning a game, you want to go ahead and try to end that game as fast as possible. I said 6th Sense deserved it, man. He really fought his ass off. He wasn't the most prepared player. Nothing he did on offense was cute. Nothing he did on defense was really cute either, man. He got that 1 sack. Played that one good down of defense, caught that 1 pick at the end, man. Just continue to chip away at the tree. Eventually you'll knock it down, and he did, man. It's just definitely probably Safa's biggest game that he'll ever think about losing. I don't really know his history too much, but that game definitely wasn't a game he should have lost, really, damn. It definitely was disappointing for him. Mm-hmm. But now we have to take a look at these groups. We have to talk about these groups. Who do we like in these groups? I know you don't know none of these people because you fall off a man so bad that you don't really know too many of these people.
I do. I know enough.
Well, you saw 6th Sense play. He's in Group A.
Yep.
Do you know Pavin, the Club Series champion?
I don't believe in him.
You don't believe in Pavin?
I don't believe in him.
He probably won the biggest tournament of the year. You don't believe in him? Why not?
I don't believe in him because I saw how he followed up that performance.
But that was draft champions. He didn't have the same arsenal.
And
he did follow it up by making the live event. He got to get credit for that, right?
He gets credit for that. When it comes to this stage, though, I don't believe in him yet.
Okay, but one person gets eliminated from each group. This is how the format works. In case you're home, and you don't know how it works, I didn't know how it works. Once again, I have to shout out Jay Bird. Jay Bird is my Madden nerd. I know Madden, but he's the Madden nerd as far as format, rules, time, starting, all that stuff. Definitely was the person I hit up. Like, how does this work? And the winner of the group makes it to the final 8 automatically. Bang, like a bye. Loser of the group, 4th place, goes home. See you later. You got $5,000. See you later. Okay, the next 2 and 3 have to play 3 and 2 of the group next to them. So Group A will play Groups B, 3 and 2, and so on and so forth, and the same as down here to get to the final 8. So we go back to Group A. You don't like Pavin.
Well,
out of this group, you have to like him.
Well,
I think.
if only one. Now that I know one guy's going away, I'll put Pavin back in there.
Okay.
VY.
You like VY?
VY, bye-bye.
You think he's the one out?
VY, bye-bye.
Now, VY is interesting because he did qualify because he made Final 4 of Draft Champions. So he didn't do anything the rest of the year, but he made Final 4 of Draft Champions, right? Mm-hmm. So that catapulted him to the Madden Bowl. Now, this is a debate we'll have. Clef, my guy, who was pretty solid at every tournament, like a Final 16, Final 8 in clubs, Final 6. He was bad in Draft Champions because he had a tough road. He had to play Pavin in round 3, lost a tough game to Pavin. He had a little more consistency, but that top 4 carries a lot of weight, and that's what got both Bugs and VY electrified in the tournament through Draft Champions. Mm-hmm. And VY is a guy that likes to run the stretch, run the 2 tight end schemes, that type of thing. So I don't know how well that's going to translate to salary cap. We will definitely see that. We definitely will. And also, like I said, Kretobin's the same way. That's pretty much how he won the belt in Draft Champions. So we'll see how the Draft Champions guys really translate to this salary cap. Now, in my opinion, if you are that good in Draft Champions, you're pretty damn good at Madden. You'll be okay. It will definitely be a battle. And we see Canes, once again, I feel like every time I talk about him, you're in the tournament.
Yeah,
what the fuck are you going to do?
Yeah, he's got to do something sometime.
Yeah. Like, it's time to
by accident, he should be able to do something.
Yeah, by accident. Yeah, let's tighten the belt up and let's make a Final 4 or something, right? Like, how many times are you going to be in this spot and not make the Final 4? Right. But if I'm going to pick Pavin to be the 1 seed out of that group. I'm going to pick Canes and VY. I'm going to pick 6 Cents to get knocked out. Yeah. He showed a lot of heart, and he fought really hard. But I mean, like I said, it was nothing really impressive about his game to me. Yeah. But at the same time, man, he's the hottest player in this field between him and some serious. They've been grinding the shit out of salary cap, and he's made it through the whole bracket on PlayStation. So that adds a lot. So
I'm changing my pick. Yeah, 6 Cents got to go.
He's getting out.
He's out.
Matter of fact, because you said that, I'm changing my pick. I'm 6 cents in. I'm underrating the amount of salary cap this kid has played and the amount of people he's beaten. So although he did not look good against Safa, he won. It's crazy he won the game, but I don't think he looked good.
Right.
So, but I'm still going to go ahead and ride with 6. I think VY is going to be the 4th seed. Canes and 6 Cents, I think, going to be 2 and 3. Obviously, I think Pavin's going to be the 1 seed from this group. But who you guys 1 seed?
I want to see Canes do something.
Canes going 1 seed? You got Canes 1 seed?
I got Canes 1 seed, Pavin 2, VY 3.
And you got 6 Cents out?
6 Cents out.
Okay, let's go to Group B. This is where we got Skimbo, Strafing, the announcer, Spodo, and Crush. Now, Skimbo's the favorite of this group. I'm not going to pick against him. He's going to be the 1 seed of this group. Been preparing like hell. I asked him, is Oklahoma City going to win the basketball series? He said he hasn't even watched any of it. He's been playing Madden 10 hours a day.
The answer to that is no.
Yeah, well, that's another. But yeah, there's some shit. But I think Skimbo's the 1 seed. I think he's really prepared. He knows what these people are going to run. He's going to be on top of it. I mean, he's pretty much Strafing's going to be a trips tight end guy. Spodo Price, trips tight end guy. Crush going to be a bunch. He's going to be a little Kiv. So as far as if I'm seeing this, I'm picking Skimbo 1 seed, picking Strafing and Crush 2-3. Spodo, I feel like I pick against Spodo all the time, and I like picking against Spodo because he hates it. He is the number 1 person from the podcast or anything. You say anything bad about him, he takes it personal. So I continue to pick against him. 4th seed Spodo, take the ride home. Those are my picks. How you feeling about Group B?
I think it comes down to Spoto versus Crush.
Spoto versus Crush.
Winner of that game advances.
Okay.
I gotta go Spoto. I have seen Crush play. I think in the last tournament, did he play against Jokers?
He played against Joker. He put his leg up and then he got blown out.
Yeah. Don't like his vibe, so I'm going Spoto.
You going Spoto?
Yep.
Okay. So then we go to Group C. We got Blocky. This is the best group probably for me in the tournament. Mm-hmm. Blocky, Ghost, Kretobin, and Kiv. Mm-hmm. You definitely have 2 belt winners, 2 salary cap belt winners. You have Blocky, who's made like the last 5 Final Fours. And you have Kretobin, who won the last belt.
Yep.
So, as far as I'm concerned, this is by far the best group. I'm saying this is a tough-ass group.
Mm-hmm. I think it comes down to point differential.
That doesn't really matter that much, really.
Why? I'm thinking
it's rare that it comes down to point differential. I can see
multiple guys going 1 and 2 and coming down to point differential.
It will come down to head-to-head. It would have to be 3 people 1 and 2 and 1 person 3 and 0 for it to come down to point differential.
I can see that happening.
So who do you like going 3 and 0 in this group?
I'm going to go Ghost.
Ghost?
Yep. I like Ghost to be the 1 seed. Kiv, Blocky.
Kretobin out. Draft champ specialist out. This comes back to the draft champion specialist. You know, it comes back to that. Can you survive with those goons? I mean, you're in there with probably 3 of the top 5 Madden players the last 2 years. Mm-hmm. You know, like really, those 3 dudes are as good as it gets, man. Between throw Drenny and Skimbo in there, those are probably the top 5 players the last 2 years, really. You know, and that's tough.
If I'm Kretobin, I'm a little upset that I got put in this group.
Yeah, he pretty much got the shaft right
I feel way better about any other group except for Group C.
Yeah, Group C is tough, but at the same time, you're playing bunch every single game. Mm-hmm. You'll probably be in bunch. It's crazy. We'll go back and think about how many of these guys actually will be in bunch. It's probably looking like a lot of these dudes. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna pick Kiv to be the 1 seed. It's hard. I really like. I feel like I pick Kiv a lot, and I guess that's for good reason. But I don't think I've ever really picked against him. I picked him to win the club championship. He was my bracket pick. He lost in the 2nd round, and I think I picked him to make a run in the Madden Challenge, but he did not do that. But I think he's the 1 seed in this group, along with Ghost and Blocky. I do believe Kretobin. I think he's a little bit. It's hard to say that because he just won the last major, right. But I think if you look at these names, he might be a little bit.
It's hard to repeat.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to repeat. It's tough, though, because the one thing about Ghost that I feel is a disadvantage, I feel like he's going to be in there playing just like Safa played. I feel it's going to be the same thing. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's his bunch defense. I feel like those are his 4 or 5 plays that he runs. He's going to rotate them, and I feel like that's a decent little game plan. If you're going in to play Ghost, you just saw Safa play. It's going to be very similar. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I like Kiv. Ghost and Blocky, I think Kretobin going to be the short end of the stick. But, I mean, that's the toughest group to call, really. Let's go to Group D. This has Little Man. Everybody prayed for Little Man to be in a group because they think Little Man is the shittiest. They pretty much think Little Man is the shittiest. But he did play well in the first tournament of the year on regs. He is going to be prepared. He just needs to have the confidence. And I feel like Little Man can beat anybody but Skimbo. If Little Man plays Skimbo, it's an automatic loss. Then you have some serious who just is the hottest player going in the tournament. So I definitely would think he's going to make it out. Whether he's the 1 seed, I don't know. He just played a game where he really didn't have an incomplete pass. Mm-hmm. So I have to, really tip my cap to him on that. So I definitely think he makes it out. Bugs, we'll see if the Madden Challenge little run he had was a fluke, or is he back? Or is he back to being ass? We shall see. And Drenny, I mean, I can't say enough. I think Drenny is very good. I think he gets out of the group fairly easily with at least 2-1 record. Mm-hmm. I think Drenny can go 3-0 in this group. Mm-hmm. A lot of it's gonna come down to who can handle that 5-2 defense of some serious. Because it's going to be... He's playing good offense right now. He really is. So, I don't know how many people are going to slow him down, but they have to be able to handle that offense. And Drenny, I mean, I don't know what playbook he's running. I don't know if he's sticking to New Orleans like a real man, or if he's going to switch up and go to New England or Tampa Bay, one of those. Because I don't really see Drenny as a bunch guy. You know, but we'll go back. Bugs is bunch tight end, one of those. Little man is bunch. Crush is going to be bunch. Skimbo bunch. Obviously, Pavin bunch. Canes, I don't know what the hell he's going to do. Probably trips tight end, I would assume. So we saw Six Senses bunch. VY, I don't know if he's going to try to run that 2 tight end stuff. But I think he would be more of a bunch person. We'll see. Blocky Ghost, Kiv, all bunch. I'm assuming Kretobin's going to be bunch too. So a lot of bunch in this group.
So my picks for Group D, I got Drenny going 3-0. And then again, I think this is a group that could have the other 3 players going 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think ultimately it comes down to Lil Man versus something serious. I think Boog's just going to get out.
Mm-hmm.
I just Drenny's going to lock up everybody in this field. That's what separates Drenny, I think, from a lot of players is his ability to play defense. He plays some of the best defense that I observe. So I think it comes down to Lil Man versus something serious. I think Boogs has enough firepower to beat some serious. Drenny's going to beat some serious. So then, again, it comes down to Lil Man versus some serious.
No, I think it's Lil Man versus Bugs. I think some serious is hot right now. I don't think he's going to be on the verge of losing. You know, I think it's Lil Man versus Bugs is pretty much the get out game, pretty much. You know, so we'll see. But give me a Final Four.
Final Four. All right. So what happens? Top 3 win Group A. They play who?
Just pick 2 out of this and 2 out of that.
2. Okay. Final Four. I'll go. I'm gonna give Canes another shot.
Well, Canes. Final Four run.
Final Four run. I'm gonna go Skimbo. I feel like that's an easy one. I'm gonna go Ghost.
Ghost Madden.
And Drenny.
Ghost, Drenny, Skimbo, Canes.
Yep.
Oh, that's definitely a different. Going Ghost. This is tough. I gotta go Drenny. I feel like Drenny's the easiest pick. I feel like he's the easiest pick to get out of groups.
Yep.
I feel like he's gonna have obviously the easiest road there because he's already gonna be in the final 8. I think. Who knows? So if he's in the final 8, he only needs 1 more game. So Drenny's pretty much. I don't want to say a lock, but I like him for the Final 4. Like I said, I don't pick against Kiv. I really don't. I feel it's stupid. I feel like Kiv is the leader of the group between Crush and Joe Rice and all them guys. Like he makes them tick, and he is the leader. So I gotta go Kiv, Drenny. I'm going to pick Skimbo. And man, how about I don't have to pick somebody from group. I think Strafen. I think Strafen is poised to make another run. You know, that's my guy. I think he can make another run. How about he gets revenge on Pavin after he lost the championship game of club championship, probably 48-7. He might get revenge. I feel Strafen going to get some revenge on Pavin somewhere down the line in this tournament. I'm really excited for this one to really pop off. So Skimbo, Strafen, Kiv, and Drenny. That's what I picked. But also Bugs, man. I definitely think Bugs can go ahead and hopefully pop up. I don't want him to be ass again. It was rough when he was ass for like 2 years. Bugs had an ass 2 years. You know, and it was rough. It was rough, you know. And you got 1 pick. Wins the whole tournament.
I'm gonna go Drenny.
Drenny winning his 2nd belt.
Yep.
Man, I want to pick Skimbo bad, but I just think he's ass. I don't think he's.
You didn't have Skimbo in your Final Four.
Yes, I did. I had Skimbo, Strafen. I picked 2 from Group B.
Okay.
I think Skimbo is like the most tournament prepared like winner. You know what I mean? Like not tournament prepared winner, but like tournament play. Like he's like the best tournament Madden player. But I don't know if he's good enough to win this tournament. I don't know if his defense is good enough. So it's hard to pick him.
Can you be over prepared?
I think over-prepared is more of a mental thing where you're like too like nervous, too like stressed out.
I think when you play the game, I think where you're going with like Skimbo is he knows everything about the game. He knows if you're doing this, this is the counter to that, and if the counter isn't open, then I got this, right? He knows it all. So I think what maybe he's going to trip him up in this run is overthinking a situation, which costs him a big game.
I feel like he did that against J-Wall. Yep. I really do. I feel like he tried to do too much because of that.
Yep.
You know, so it's definitely... I still got to pick Skimbo. It's hard for me not to pick against my man, so I'm kind of biased. So, but like you said, Journey's a good pick. But like I said, Group C really has 3 goons in it and a belt winner. A lot of belts in Group C. 3 belts in Group C. But Skimbo has 3 to himself. So, I mean, kind of got to go with that. I think Skimbo also carries that, and I think Kiv carries that. Journey might start carrying that now, too.
The Tiger effect?
Yes.
He's got a Tiger
Skimbo
effect.
definitely has the Tiger effect.
Okay.
Problem had it for so long.
Yep.
I think Problems is gone.
Yep.
As far as this level of player, you know, the Met head-to-head dude has probably still got the Tiger effect when he plays. Problem.
Yep.
But as far as in the tournament, I think Skimbo 1,000% still has the Tiger effect. And this will be, I want to say this is the first... obviously, Ultimate League last year, but he didn't make any of the live events so far this year. He won Vegas, didn't make the final 32 clubs, didn't make the DC final. So this is the first time this year we're going to see him at that type of live event. Mm-hmm. So I think Skimbo, J-Wall, the Tiger effect is when you like see that person's name and it makes you play different. You know what I mean? It makes you it makes you like, damn, I'm playing somebody tough. I'm playing somebody that's more prepared than me. I'm playing somebody that's better than me. Yep. Really, you know, and that's pretty much how people play. It happens to little man all the time.
Yep.
And will be interesting to see if it happens to Spoto, Crush, or IB Strafing. I mean, I guess these guys are starting to get a little bit of experience, man. I think Crush would be the least experienced, just with that Club Series run he made. Spoto pretty much is I love talking bad about Spoto because he gets so pissed. But Spoto is pretty much what a PlayStation player is, you know, just good enough to make the events on PlayStation because he doesn't play anybody. You know, he makes the events, doesn't really do shit in the events, you know, so on and so forth. That's pretty much what Spoto is as far as a Madden player, really. He's pretty much just a PlayStation product. You know, that's what I like to call these people, PlayStation products. You know, so God bless him. But, and we'll talk about the format in other times of why should Final Four be weighed this much? Should Final Four in one tournament be enough to get you in the big tournament at the end of the year and so on and so forth? It's definitely a topic for the off season. But right now we talked about those 2 games. Those were 2 good games, obviously, that you were just watching this time.
Yep.
Hopefully you guys all watched those games, man. The stream was kind of shitty. The stream had 4,000 people max in it, I think. That's a little rough with 4,000 people. And chat, you guys can tell me, was I wrong or right that the Madden streams last chance had 4,000 people in, which is probably the lowest of anything MCS related. Even like Jets Club with Ice versus AKG got more than 4,000 people, and it definitely was something. I guess.
Why do you think it was that way?
Good point. Easter Sunday, Game of Thrones, but it wasn't during Game of Thrones because I would have watched Game of Thrones over Madden because I always go back and watch a Madden.
Going back to how we kicked this off, do you think the Fortnite had anything to do with that? I was watching Fortnite.
You were watching Fortnite?
I was more interested in what the hell was going on in Fortnite than this Madden shit.
At least got me a point. It was on ESPN. And ultimately, I think that's the angle that's going to make Madden succeed more is ESPN rather than Twitch. Because Twitch is for gamers, not for Madden fans, if that makes sense. You know, but it definitely was the lowest ranked Twitch stream that it was less people in that EA stream than are in the daily streams they do every day for MUT. So it definitely was a down stream.
Yes.
You know,
I think there's a number of factors that went into it. You had Easter Sunday, you had the time of year. It's not football season anymore. It hasn't been season for quite some time. Maybe put it around draft time, which I guess would have been
this weekend. This weekend. That's why the big tournament is this weekend.
Yep. Well, okay. And then poor promotion.
Terrible promotion. That's another topic. Listen, that's going to be it might be a 3 weeks worth of show of how bad the promotion is.
Yep. But, I mean, I guess we have to come to expect that at this point, right?
Yeah.
So, it is what it is.
Yeah. But it will get better. I hopefully believe it will get better. I'm doing all I can to make it better, but and they did a pretty good job. The broadcast was great. They had Strafen on there. I thought he did an excellent job. Obviously, RG always does a good job, and I'm glad they found my MLB or MBL network guy. I think he's fantastic. So the production and the broadcasting and everything is awesome. Like they hit that out of the park.
Yep.
Like I don't think there's any complaints. If you're complaining about that, you're just a miserable person. And we just need more promotion. We need better. I guess more promotion from EA would be great. And honestly, you should. You know what they put on the game
just
now?
Attention to detail, man. Attention to detail, right? I saw the comment that you left them. Because you want to know why I saw that comment? Because that was the comment I was about to type up. I'm like, somebody else had to call us up. Hey, we got the Madden tournament today. What time's it at?
Yeah.
What time does it kick off? Simple.
Yeah. The worst part is they use the shitty... This is the thing that makes... They use the shitty Twitter account, right? Madden League Ops. Which with one tweet, they could give it 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
Yes. Listen, we're going to give away these bullshit cards at the end of the year when there's only, 4,000 people playing Madden. We're going to give away this in such and such card. Just go follow Madden League Ops. Bang. Now Madden League Ops has more. There are like 10 Madden players with more followers than Madden League Ops. The Madden streams do better if we tweet them out than the actual account they use to tweet them out does. So for them not to make... I understand they never made me a star. That's cool. I'm not marketable for their market. I understand that. I'm a grown-up. They market to the Disney crowd. But the fact they haven't made... No, seriously, all jokes aside. But the fact they haven't made Skimbo and Drini and Kiv, these super rated G Twitter accounts, right? That don't say anything but like, it's time to go to the tournament. Shit like that. Just like... The fact they haven't made these dudes, 100,000 followers from giving away cards is unreal to me, man. I think they really could make... Those three guys are the ones that stick out. Then you got Blocky. Blocky don't say anything, so you can make him a star. Why not? And then Ghost, these dudes don't say anything bad. You could make these guys like superstars, and they choose not to. I would love to understand why. I don't know who to talk to understand why that is, but that's another topic for a whole nother day. So you got Journey winning.
Yep.
I got Skimbo winning. Final Four is Skimbo, Strafen, Drini, and Kiv. Your Final Four is...
Drini, Skimbo, Canes, and Ghosts.
Okay, you got Canes making a run.
Yep.
First time ever for a Canes run. I think we're all ready for it, man.
He's due. He's
definitely
past due.
But this was Needed Podcast episode 27. This is Kent balling you up. You have any last words for the podcast?
I got nothing.
You got nothing. Are you going to watch the Madden Bowl?
I will tune into the Madden Bowl.
Is there any Fortnite on this weekend that the people need to know about?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that you're aware of. So
that probably is.
How many people are left in the Fortnite?
I don't know.
So you watch it, you don't even know what's going on?
I just knew there was something big was going on this past weekend. I don't know what it amounted to.
Jeez. So, anyway, this weekend, I believe it starts Thursday. I'm excited to watch. Shoot. Pavin, did he change his scheme at all? I'm excited to watch Kiv. I'm super excited to see what Bugs does on salary cap, which he's really had no success of in the last 3 years. I'm excited to see what Skimbo looks like on the live stage. He ain't been there forever.
Has Bugs figured out defense yet?
Bugs has never... No.
No. All right.
I'll be the first to tell you no.
Yep.
Bugs, I plug in the game and I feel like I'm back. Like, I be like, I'm back. Everything I'm calling is working. Every play is just killing them. That's definitely something that I'm definitely... this Bugs going to have defense. Listen to the point. He was trying goal line defense.
It got that rough.
He was going to goal line. Speed package at two corners. User in the six. Kind of
What's
like
after goal line? Field goal block?
Field goal block might be next.
Pump block?
No, he really was trying goal line. He was like, it's kind of like 5-2, but it works better. I don't have to set up as much stuff.
Okay.
It was definitely a try, but, we got out of there real quick. But like I said, Bugs definitely makes me feel like I'm all the way back. God bless him. But this was Needed Podcast, episode 27. For my man Kent, we are all finished. I will see you guys next week. If you're on YouTube, man, please hit that like button. Also, man, if you're on SoundCloud, leave a comment, man. Who do you have winning the Madden Bowl? All right.